Hello and welcome back to Who Died Today. In this tribute, we remember legends who left us on November 5th and nearby days. These were stars who redefined entertainment and left a lasting impact, from a fearless actress who championed women's independence on screen to a music maestro whose work still inspires, and a Broadway icon whose talent broke barriers. If these stories resonate with you, please give this video a thumbs up to keep their legacies alive. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate these unforgettable stars. Number 5. Jill Clayburgh breaking the mold. Jill Clayburgh was born on November 4th, 1944, and came of age on New York City's wealthy Upper East Side, surrounded by every conceivable privilege. Her father was a manufacturing executive and her mother a high society figure. But Jill never let the trappings of wealth define her. She was a free spirit, drawn not to the life of ease, but to the art that would challenge, provoke, and reveal. Jill's big break came in the 1978 film An Unmarried Woman, where she portrayed Erica, a woman suddenly and painfully confronting the end of her marriage. Jill's portrayal of Erica was visceral and brave, touching a raw nerve in an era when women on screen were largely written to serve the stories of men. Her performance was a revelation, a woman alone, struggling, uncertain, yet finding her strength in the uncertainty. She embodied an experience that had been overlooked and taboo, a female character living authentically and unapologetically. With An Unmarried Woman, Jill didn't just play Erica, she broke open a world of possibilities for female characters in film. Critics hailed the film as revolutionary, but conservative voices were quick to dismiss its message, accusing it of glorifying divorce or promoting female independence as if they were dangerous ideas. Jill wore this criticism as a badge of honor. She knew the role would make people uncomfortable and felt that discomfort was not only warranted but necessary. Jill once said, "If a role makes people uncomfortable, that's when you know it's worth doing." She was committed to portraying women as complex and flawed, yet resilient. Off-screen, Jill was a warrior in her own right, but her battle was a silent one. Diagnosed with leukemia in the early 1990s, she quietly fought the disease for over 2 decades, continuing to work and live life as fully as she could. The illness became an unseen partner in her journey, one she kept hidden from the public to ensure that it wouldn't overshadow her work or her characters. Jill feared the pity or the diminishing gaze that could follow if her battle was widely known, so only her closest family, including her playwright husband David Rabe, knew the full extent of her struggle. David, celebrated for his dark and gritty plays like Hurly-Burly, was Jill's staunchest supporter and confidant. Together they weathered every storm, their love intense and unshakable. Even if passionate arguments sometimes colored their life together. Their daughter, Lily Rabe, has since followed in her mother's footsteps, keeping Jill's legacy alive in every role she plays. Jill's battle ended on November 5th, 2010, but her impact lives on. A testament to women finding their voices in a world that too often tries to silence them. Number 4. Fred McMurray, the man behind the smile. Fred McMurray, born on November 4th, 1908, in the quiet town of Kankakee, Illinois, was, for most of America, the picture of warmth, charm, and reliability. He became the star that everyone felt they could invite over for Sunday dinner, especially through his role as the affectionate father in My 3 Sons. But Fred was a more complex man than the genial characters he often portrayed. He was, at heart, an intensely private individual, one who avoided the Hollywood glitz and preferred the quiet company of family. In the world's eyes, he was the ultimate nice guy, but Fred often found himself chafing against this label, yearning to explore darker, more nuanced characters. One of the most striking roles of Fred's career was his turn as the morally compromised insurance agent in Double Indemnity. The role shocked his fans and thrilled critics, showing a side of Fred that few expected. Beneath the everyman charm, he proved himself capable of a chilling intensity that added layers to his screen presence. But Hollywood was quick to return him to safer, more comfortable roles, and Fred found himself boxed in as the lovable dad, a character that he grew to resent over time. Friends often spoke of the frustrations he carried, the feeling that he could never fully step out of his carefully crafted image. Fred's marriage to actress June Haver was also the subject of much speculation. Known as Hollywood's pocket Venus, June had a spirited personality that seemed an odd match for Fred's reserved nature. The pair's love story was full of contradictions. Fred, who relished simplicity and solitude, and June, who had once considered becoming a nun. Together, they adopted 2 children and built a quiet life far from the spotlight. It was a love story that endured despite their differences, a testament to Fred's deep commitment to family. Fred McMurray passed away on November 5, 1991, of pneumonia, leaving behind a legacy that, while not without its complications, painted him as one of Hollywood's most beloved yet enigmatic stars. Number 3. Cheetah Rivera, Broadway's fierce queen. Cheetah Rivera was born Dolores Conchita Figueroa del Rivero on January 23, 1933, in Washington, D.C. From a young age, Chita was destined to dazzle. With her extraordinary talent and undeniable charisma, she stormed Broadway, creating iconic roles in West Side Story and Chicago. As a Latina woman in a predominantly white industry, Chita was a trailblazer, shattering barriers and redefining what it meant to be a Broadway star. Her portrayal of Anita in West Side Story was nothing short of electrifying, a role that showcased not only her talent but also her pride in her heritage. Chita's journey was not without hardship. In 1986, she suffered a car accident that shattered her leg, a devastating blow for a dancer. Doctors warned she might never dance again, but Chita refused to accept defeat. Her recovery was grueling, involving countless hours of therapy and rehabilitation. But she remained steadfast, saying, "The scars are reminders of what I've overcome. Every time I dance, it's my way of saying I'm still here." Her triumphant return to the stage silenced anyone who doubted her resilience and solidified her status as one of Broadway's fiercest talents. Chita's personal life was as intense as her performances. Her marriage to fellow dancer Tony Mordanti was marked by a passionate love and equally passionate arguments, a dynamic that fueled much speculation. While their relationship didn't last, they maintained a respectful partnership for the sake of their daughter, Lisa. Chita was and remains an inspiration to countless performers of color, proving that talent and determination can break down even the most entrenched barriers. Her legacy is not only in her 2 Tony Awards or the Presidential Medal of Freedom, but in the doors she opened for future generations. Cheetah Rivera passed away on January 30, 2024. But her spirit endures in the world of theater she so powerfully transformed. Number 2. Jonathan Haze, the cult classic icon. Jonathan Haze, born on April 1, 1929, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, may not have been a household name, but in the world of cult cinema, he was nothing short of a legend. As the lead in Little Shop of Horrors, Jonathan brought a quirky charm to the screen that resonated with audiences who sought something different from Hollywood's polished offerings. Working closely with director Roger Corman, known for his quick and low-budget filmmaking style, Jonathan became an integral part of an underground film movement. He defended Corman's methods fiercely, saying, "We were making movies our way, without the Hollywood polish, and that's what made it honest." The path Jonathan chose was not glamorous, filled with long hours, small paychecks, and an industry that dismissed his work as schlock, yet he wore the label of cult classic actor with pride. Believing that there was value in creating art that didn't conform to mainstream standards, Jonathan saw his work as a celebration of individuality and a refusal to bow to convention. Though Little Shop of Horrors was once viewed as low art, it eventually became a cultural touchstone, inspiring a Broadway musical and a Hollywood remake, securing Jonathan's place in cinema history as a beloved cult icon. Jonathan Haze passed away on November 2, 2024, at the age of 95, but his spirit lives on in the cult film community that treasures his unapologetically unique style. Number 1. Quincy Jones, the maestro of modern music. Quincy Jones was born on March 14, 1933, in Chicago, Illinois, growing up in a world defined by poverty, racism, and hardship. For young Quincy, music was both an escape and a calling, offering a sanctuary from the challenges that marked his early life. Over the course of his 7-decade career, Quincy would redefine the music industry, working with legends like Frank Sinatra, Ray Charles, and Aretha Franklin. But it was his collaboration with Michael Jackson on Thriller that changed everything. As the producer of the best-selling album of all time, Quincy became an icon in his own right. The relationship between Quincy and Michael was complex. Quincy was both a mentor and a father figure to Michael, pushing him to greatness even as tensions occasionally flared between them. In recent years, Quincy spoke candidly about the difficulties they faced, criticizing some of Michael's choices in interviews that shocked fans around the world. Quincy's honesty stirred controversy, with some accusing him of disrespecting Michael's legacy. But Quincy defended his comments, saying, "I'm here to tell the truth." Not to sugarcoat the past, his willingness to be transparent, even at the risk of backlash, showed the world his unwavering commitment to authenticity. Quincy's personal life was equally vivid. He was married 3 times, including to actress Peggy Lipton, known for her role in the Mod Squad. Together they had 2 daughters, including actress Cheetah Jones. Their relationship was filled with love and respect, even after their divorce. Quincy's honesty and unapologetic approach to life have earned him both admiration and criticism, but he remains a figure of boundless influence. With 80 Grammy nominations and 28 wins, Quincy's achievements are unmatched. Yet he continued to push boundaries until his passing on November 3, 2024. At 91, Quincy Jones left behind a legacy of innovation, courage, and an indelible impact on modern music. Each of these icons brought something remarkable to our world, leaving a legacy that transcends time. They faced challenges, controversies, and moments of heartbreak, yet gifted us with memories that will always endure. Their work was more than performances or words on a page. It was pieces of their spirit, shared with audiences who continue to cherish them. Imagine a world without the resilience and creativity they embodied. These legends brought us laughter, light, and a lasting sense of hope. Fame may come and go, but the impact of lives like these endures not in awards or accolades, but in the hearts they touched and the inspiration they sparked. As we honor these remarkable lives, whether the fearless actress who portrayed women's strength, the maestro who shaped the sound of modern music, or the Broadway icon who shattered barriers, we remember them not only for their contributions, but for the joy, courage, and strength they shared with us all. To the stars who continue to light up our world, thank you.